Salutations! Welcome to another episode of Foxx Plays KSP, the 365-day challenge, round 2. So today we've been having troubles with saves, and, well, I did today's mission, but things went wrong, and not just with the mission, but I had to revert, so I had to do the mission again, and I wound up, it doesn't matter. Anyway, what's today's mission? Right, so yesterday we put our new communications network into orbit, but all the satellites are still attached to their bus, and their orbit needs to be refined, and they need to be deployed, so that's what we're up to. Anyway, I'm going to hop over to the tracking station, hop over to our satellite in orbit, and we'll get to work. Alright, and here we have it, the KBN2 Kom-Net system. So, let's do a little appraisal here. Let's find out what we're doing. Alright, so, we need to be at... Oh, right, I have to go through all that again. Right, so basically we've got 3 satellites, and I was going to put them at Kerbin Moon L3, L4, and L5, but a subscriber pointed out that something that I had forgotten is that L3 is not actually stable. For some reason I was remembering that L1 and L2 are unstable, but I thought L3 was stable, and I don't know why I thought that, because it's clearly not. But anyway, we were going to put them there, and basically where and Lagrange points don't actually exist in KSP, but we were going to put them where they should be if they did, and to the observer it will look like they are actually orbiting Lagrange points properly. Just because, you put it there, if it's in the right place, and, its orbit is slightly different than the moon's, like, different inclination or something, it will look to the observer as if it's orbiting on a Lagrange point. Anyway, so, right, so to do our deployment, we need to be at Kerbin Moon L3, which is behind us. So we need to slow down, which means we need to increase our orbit, and we are conveniently pointed in the right direction. So we're going to do just a tiny little burn. And I'll probably go more than that. There. Alright, and now we're just going to time accelerate until we're in the right position. We might get on this orbit. We're getting little artifacts on our HUD. That's not good. So yeah, we're actually... Yeah, I think this will be it. This will be our orbit. So, we've got a little bit of an inclination problem, but I'm not worried about it. So we're going to... It's not quite right. Yeah, let's go around one more time. Oh, that didn't... Nope, too much. So we'll just... I'm not actually sure how to fix that. Hang on. So we'll put our... I'll just let us know when our apoapsis is. Yep, that was too much. Yep. See the moon's poking out the other side? That's not how it's supposed to be. So first I'm going to return us to our correct semi-major axis. Why is it going up? That's not right. Yeah, these deployment episodes are definitely a lot more complicated and going to be naturally tend to be a lot longer. And I have a feeling that the way I will cope with that is that I will try and rush, which will just complicate matters. I'll make a lot more mistakes that'll need to be corrected. Like this one should not have gone around again. I was close enough, but of course SAS is just being bullshit. Oops. I don't know. I try to curtail my usual speech patterns in which I cuss like a sailor, but it's not always 100% successful. Alright, so we're gonna correct our semi-major axis. Well, that's a bit of an overcorrection, but alright, fine. So this time, descending notes we want to ascend. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're behind where we need to be, so we need to speed up, so that's... give it just a tiny bit of prograde. Wait, why would we go prograde? Doesn't make sense. We need to speed up. Hang on. Retrograde. Okay, I did it right, I just didn't say it right. Oh, and this SAS is just taking forever. I remember the old SAS. I miss the old SAS so much. Didn't wallow like this. Didn't, he just went. Didn't just kind of mosey in sometimes the correct direction-ish. That seems to be my experience with the new SAS a lot, is it just kind of goes wherever it thinks might bear some relation to where you actually intended to go. Anyway, me complaining about the SAS aside, we'll move swiftly onward. That's close enough. Alright, now let's once again do some time acceleration. Yeah, I think we're going to wind up being more or less perfect. So we will try and stabilize. It's not what I wanted at all. Let's try here. That's not right. Alright, well, let's do a little bit more time acceleration. Actually see the moon. We can, just the very tip. No, we're still under time acceleration. Alright, so yeah, this is taking far longer than it really has any need to. First time I did this, it went not smoothly, but better than this. Cursed saves. I was trying to be clever, it just didn't work. So we're still behind. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want to be able to see the moon. Like it's supposed to be on the other side of Kerbin. This whole situation would probably be helped if I ditched this upper stage, but I don't know. I can't bring myself to just throw away Delta V like that, you know? So we want to change our orbital period by, a couple minutes. Alright, so we're going to basically just leave our camera there, and if we can see the moon, or if we can't see the moon, we circle back around. Then we'll give it one more go, so I can still kind of see it. Minmus is getting real big. Man, I love distant object enhancement. I love being able to see Minmus. Okay, and the moon has fully disappeared behind Kerbin, so this will be our orbit. With that in mind, we'll set up our maneuver node. We're not actually using the maneuver node, really. What we're doing is we're just getting it to tell us where we need to point. Close enough. we do want this to be accurate. Nothing coming out the back, but we are changing our... Alright, that's a little bit too far. But you know what? That's close enough. We're gonna point normal. I don't know where it thinks it's pointing. Come on, SAS. Better than this. I mean, you're not really. You're terrible, but... Oh well. Alright, so we're going to decouple this stage. We're going to use the bus itself to do our really fine tune, and then we'll deploy our satellites. Alrighty, and we need to point to retrograde. Jeez, crow. We started pointing normal. We wound up pointing almost half. We pointed halfway between retrograde and anti-normal. Jeez. It's nuts. Just gonna thrust limit this. That's not right. Why is it doing that? Okay, it is going in the right direction. Ever so slowly, and not even enough thrust to have an emissive, or to have really effects at all. Why is it doing that? There we go. I think our thrust was so small that it was just getting lost in errors. Still. Oh, our engine isn't on. Whoops. I can plan missions good, guys, I swear. Turns out the reason there was no effect on the engine was because it wasn't even turned on yet. Ay, ay, ay. I bet you were at home just screaming at the screen. Just, oh no, Fox, you're not looking at it right. Look at your staging. Check your staging, Fox. Yeah, I know. Alright. So now we want to point normal again. We'll deploy our first satellite. That'll be our L3 satellite. Actually, I think we're going to have to deploy all of our satellites. Yeah, because once we deploy one, this bus can't move itself without... I think that's fine. Oh! What happened there? Let's see if anything's broken. Well, we still have control of it, so that's good. So we'll go with Kom-Net KBN1, activate. We'll rename our vessel. Sorry, 1 second. big sneeze. Alright, so we need to switch back. There we go. Let's see which one of these is pointing back to vessel. So that wants to point at 2-1. Okay. That's the wrong thing. Okay. So, we should be able to maintain connection through that. Okay, we're going to need to correct our semi-major axis. Alright, and now we're going to... I know from experience, kinda, that we want to change our orbital period by about 12 hours and 40 minutes. So we'll change it to 1 day, 2 hours exactly. So for that we need a lower orbit, so we're already going in the right direction. Excuse me. That should put us at the L4 mark. Alright, yeah, and it's not exact, but it's close. So, we should have... Yep, we do have a little connection there, so good. Uh-oh. Why do we not have connection? Okay, the uplink between Kom-Net 2 and 1.3 is... I don't know why that's doing that. Let's troubleshoot this a little bit. Ah, you know what it is? It's to do with KBN 1-3. That's our problem. Because it's pointing at active vessel, not here. So we'll switch to 1-3 and 1-1. We'll set that up properly. -2, active vessel, known target. I don't know what that is, so... Alright, so that should be 1-1. Give that a go as well and see if all our antennae here are working correctly. 1-2 should be 1-. No, that's operate. So that's 1-4. Should either be active vessel or mission control. Yeah. All right. Wait. Active vessel. All right. So we want to change that to KBN2. We're going to have to fix that later, but it should be alright. It'll do us for now. Alright, so our uplink is stable now. Alright, so we're going to point at maneuver node. Yeah, sorry this is taking so hugely long. But just kind of how it goes. Yep, and it's correctly handing off to the right satellites when it needs to. That's good. It's good to be able to visualize that. Oh yeah. Look at that. Actually, I guess that's the L5 point. So we aimed and we hit our target. It was just the wrong target. Alright, so we're gonna burn until we've corrected our semi-major axis, and we don't really care about whatever this tells us, whatever our maneuver node tells us. Thrust limit here. Whoa, whoa. Why with the oscillations, buddy? Alright. Alright. So that should do us. Okay, so that's pointing at KBN2. So let's actually set this up so that it'll hand over to the KBN1 net when it needs to. So we'll set that up to the same targets, so 1 and 3. We'll retain the connection there, and we'll have this go to active vessel. Alright, and these slightly smaller but more advanced antenna we'll keep in reserve. Our power should be stable, yep. Kind of the whole point of having them in this high in orbit is, or one of the reasons, is that you don't need much battery power. Alright. So we'll then... I wish that I could set... I need to get, like, tweakable everything, or... I don't know what it is, but... I thought that I had set these decouplers to 0 decoupling force in the editor, but apparently not. So let's hope we don't break anything. Nothing important. Just ignore the clipping antenna. It's fine. I swears. Because I mean, I did that with the KBN1 sats. Is they were all the decouplers were set to 0 force. Target. Set this to KBN2. Oh, we need to rename this vessel. Rename to -2. So this wants to point at 2-1, I think. This will be 2-3. How do we want this? Well, we'll just have this point at KBN1 for now. Just if we need to regain control, we can. Alright, so last time we decreased our orbital period, so this time we need to increase our orbital period. So we need to go higher. So we need to point prograde. Let's see if that should correct. Yep, that corrects the oscillation. Alright, so again, we want to change it by about 12 hours. Oh boy, so that's going to give us... Oh, my brain is not working today. Hang on a minute. Fetch my calculator. No, that's not going to work. So we need to change it by 40, so that's going to be 80 minutes, which is... Come on, brain. An hour and 20 minutes. So it'll be 15 hours, 20 minutes, plus 12 is 3 surplus requirement. So 2 days, 3 hours. No. Yeah, 2 days, 3 hours, 20 minutes. I think. Okay, well, now we see if we wind up in the correct position, which should be here. Alright, so this craft, just to double check here, should be pointing at KBN2, which is the bus, KBN 2-1, which is its brother at L5, and KBN 1-1. Alright, here we go. Oh geez, cone spam. Yeesh. Alright. I think we've done it. That looks right. So we'll add a maneuver here, and once again, we're not really caring about the maneuvers so much as just letting us know when we need to be pointing in the right direction. Oscillating still. Oh, because you're out of electric charge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we should be able to correct this. Yeah, there we go. Ah. Alright, so why are you still oscillating? Time acceleration. Okay. Alright, so we're aiming for... Right, now we're going by semi-major axis, which should be 12 million. Right, we'll refine with a thrust limited prograde. Quit jiggling. Finding our orbit, just tweaking ever so little by little. Alright. Alright. That looks correct. It's off a little. It's off a little. Yeah. That's... Oh. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Yeah. I should have probably actually done the math on that, but I was going on essentially, you know, back of napkin math instead of actually just kind of doing it properly. But it's close enough. I like it. We might replace it or we've got plenty of delta V on these, so we might refine it to be, you know, properly around what should be the L4 and L5 points sometime in the future. Anyway, we're gonna get ourselves pointed normal. Decouple our last satellite. Alright, and this should be KBN 2-3. So this needs to talk. This is the one that needs to talk to the other two, to KBN 1. So no targets. So we want KBN 1, KBN 3. KBN 2-1 and KBN 2-2. For the time being, we will activate one of these. Oh, we're going to deploy our solar panels first, so we don't run out of power. This one will target the initial craft. Did we already refine our... Did, I guess. We'll... Oh, we did with the primary spacecraft, not this. Gotcha. I'm there. Alright, we want to disable toggle torque. We want to thrust limit. Home stretch, guys. Oh, that needs to activate. Little by little. Okay. Alright, so this trusty spacecraft, which is pretty cool in its own right, going to point retrograde. Right, while it's still functioning as a relay, I'm going to switch to KBN 2-1 and 2-2 and get them properly configured to work with 2-3. So that's Kom-Net KBN 1-1. Okay, active vessel. Okay, so these two. So this will talk with KBN 2. This will talk with KBN 2-3. This is talking with 1-1, 1-3. We'll keep the one pointing at 1-3, but this will become active vessel. Alright. Purdy. Alright, switch to KBN 2-2. Get that all set up. So we've got, let's see, 2-1. It'll be 2-3. It'll be, this will become 1-3. 1-3 is basically our backup. It's what will point at these satellites if we lose communication for some reason. This will become active vessel. And this one we're going to have this as a backup pointing at mission control. Alright. So those satellites now should be completely configured. So it now should be safe to completely deorbit this spacecraft. Alright, well, that should be our episode today. Very long, sorry for that. But, yeah, I've been Foxx. This has been KSP. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care.